Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithME.com and me, Crafty Scrapper, here on YouTube and Instagram. We are back with another episode of M's Scrap Busters, MS Scrap Busters. You'll have to excuse my inky, gluey fingers. I've been doing a couple of prototypes for you so you can see what we're working on for today's Scrap Buster Challenge. I do this weekly. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to try to figure out what I want to do. This week's came together so easily, and I'm loving the results of them. We are making Shabby Chic borders for our journal. So here's a journal that I have. I made this one specifically for this journal because I do have quite a few butterfly insect kind of themed things going on in this journal. So look at that, how it would look if you put this border on the edge of a page, and then when you close it up, you've got some peeking in around the edges. So if I do it right on the edge, see how pretty that would be, and it would be sticking out on the edges. So I'm adding this one, this to this journal in particular. Of course, if you don't like butterflies, who doesn't like butterflies? But if you don't like butterflies, you can make Shabby Chic borders with anything you want. It does not have to be butterflies. When I think Shabby Chic, I think of them, and I think of the color pink, which is not my favorite color. And I don't gravitate to that color a lot, but I am using the Victorian Velvet and the Walnut Stain as my inks for these today. And then you might recognize, if you've already watched the one video I've put up today, I used one of my wax seals on this one. And this is just, I'm using a strip of cardstock, and then I'm just inking and layering different scrap papers on top of that one strip and coming off of it every once in a while too. And then I put some circles on this one. Didn't do that on this one. Used a little more bolder colors on this one, whereas I went more with whites and blues and pinks on this one. And then I added some lace, and then some cheesecloth that I just inked with my Walnut Stain, and then added that wax seal on there. And I thought that went really well with the colors that I had on that border. So I put the wax seal and the cheesecloth and the lace down with Fabrifix, and I'll need to go back and put a little bit more on that edge of the wax seal because I didn't get enough there. But I just think that is so pretty. And yes, it's going to give you some dimension in your journal. So if you don't like that, of course, you don't have to use a wax seal. But you can use any type of anything with this challenge. You do not have to use same papers I did, because who has the same papers as somebody else in their scrap pile? Nobody. So use whatever papers you have. I am trying just to keep with a Shabby Chic theme, so I'm trying not to go with the industrial looks, which is what Mr. Tim Holtz usually has, and I have a lot of those scraps. So, you know, I might put a couple of industrial something in there, but with those two I didn't. I also need, these are half sheet borders. So this is a half sheet journal I showed you. So, you know, this is a length to length. This is a full sheet of like copy paper, 8.5 by 11. So these are full length for those type of half sheet journals. I'm actually needing a couple of 6 3/4 high borders. So I'm going to get this scrap piece of craft cardstock I've got sitting over here, and I'm going to cut it about 1 1/4 inches wide, and then I'm going to trim this down to 6 3/4 so that I can use it in a journal that I'm working on right now. And I've had many people say, you keep mentioning this journal and you hadn't showed it to us. I will show it to you. I'm going to get my nonstick mat. I'm just going to kind of fold it maybe so I don't take up the whole desk. In one of my previous videos, I had I had someone, because I had mentioned I don't want to get this all over my desktop and mess up my desktop. A friend of ours built this desk for me. And in the comments, she put, you mentioned not messing up your desktop. I think that ship has sailed. When I read it, I thought, oh, touche. Okay. Oh, well. Anyways, but yeah, it has been used a lot. It looks dirtier than it is. This is a whitewashed desk. So it had the natural wood peeking through it anyway when I first got it, because it's a whitewashed desk. I didn't have a stain really put on it, and I just wanted it whitewashed. So anyway, yes, it is a very worn and loved desktop. Let's get away from that, Melina. Go on. Keep on going, Melina. I'm going to use some book page on this one. I've got some dictionary book page scrap over here, and I'm going to use this is kind of ledgery, so that's kind of getting industrial, but I'm going to get some other little doolollies to go on this. I'm thinking I might want to use that because it goes kind of along with my journal that I will be showing you. I plan on, if all goes well and I get everything done, I plan on showing you the flip through next week. I have quite a bit left to finish in it, but I'll try my best to get it done and shown to you next week. All right, so I want to go with that. I've got quite a bit of that My Sweet, that's Prima My Sweet paper cardstock. Got quite a bit of that, so and it goes along with my theme that I'm looking for here. So I think I might use that, and let's get some of this. This is Timothy Holtz, but it is flowers, so that's a little shabby chicy. Okay, so I am getting just some torn edges going, and I'm going to just put them up against my border willy-nilly, however I want to do it. No rhyme or reason. I'm thinking I need to do it that way, but you're not going to see the torn look if I do it that way. So, I like that better. Okay, let's start with that. I can move this until I start gluing everything down. Let's just, that thing glares on you in the camera, and I don't want you to have a glare until you absolutely have to whenever I start gluing. So I like that, and I kind of like that without even, tearing it. So I think I'll just round the corners of this, and yes, I like that. So I'm doing the walnut stain around the edges. Okay, before I glue anything down, I'm just kind of going through and seeing how I like everything. And let's do a torn piece of dyed paper. This is a blue color. I've used it quite a bit. Let's do torn on that side too. Put it there, maybe. Let's do the thicker end down here. Okay, yep, I'm liking that so far. And maybe some of this back here after I ink it. And let's look at the back side. I would really like to find some more of this paper. I don't know what that came off of though. It was part of that one. So let's see if I can find some more. Oh, look at there. Beautiful. I love that color. And it will go very well with that journal. So, let's look there, maybe have that peeking out there. So that kind of goes with the blue that I've got coming off down here. And I might fill in gaps with my dictionary page. And let's do some ledger maybe up here. I think I might just start going ahead and sticking down. I like how I did some longer pieces on this and then just added some smaller pieces up top. So I might do that on the next one also, just because I like that look. But this one is going to be more pieced together. So I'm going to ink all of my edges, and I'm going to try to just stay on my border and not bring that shiny non-stick mat over. Do I want to go under? Yep, I want to go under that one. So I'm just gonna put glue on my border and not on my piece, and maybe that'll help me stay on some. Now, some of this dictionary page is just so frail. Doing little bitty pieces, I'm afraid that I will tear it if I try to tear it further. if I try to ink it. So I'm gonna ink this piece. And that looks like it's probably Tim Holtz piece. Whoop. Add glue to your border, Melina. Add glue to your base piece. Okay, and then this piece along there somewhere. I like that. Pretty. But we're just going to add our glue to our border piece. Now that is going to smoosh out when I press it down. So let's lay down our ugly wiping rag. Got glue everywhere. Looks like skin coming off. Okay. And I think I want to make that a little more sideways there. So I'll do that. And then cover up my base. Oh yeah, pretty. Okay, get excess glue off. And I think I will, let's see. I'm gonna add this piece of digital printout. This is from Ledger and Lace kit from Miss Betty Renfro. I think I'll add that there. Okay, and then that there. Let's go ahead and ink it up. And it is fine if it hangs over the sides of your base border. That makes it even better. Gives it even more shabby look because you're kind of going over the edge. And I think I will add a little bit of book page there. Doesn't take too much glue when you're adding in your dictionary page, especially when it's that frail stuff like that. I think that does not go with this one, so I'm gonna leave that out. And let's look at how this would look up here. Okay, and then maybe this here, covering up that edge. Blue dyed paper up here at the top. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. So let's ink that, and I might pull off one of those little tails that it's got on the hanging off the edge, because some of that might be a little much. All right, I'm going to pull that up so it's covering up the top of the border, and then let's see. Yep, let's pull off this little tail. And maybe that one too. Then you can just start ripping willy-nilly however you need to, if you want to get a more contoured look. I think I might rip off that little one there. Oh yeah, I like that better. And then this here. And off the top there. I like the point of that, so I'm going to leave that there and ink the other bits that I tore off. Okay, and then I think I need a stamped butterfly. I am using the Stampendous clear stamp set. It's just called Butterflies. So if you want to look for Stampendous on their website and look for that. Yep, and then I'm using the Victorian Velvet to stamp my butterflies there. Okay, and then I think we need, what is it that we need? Okay, then I'm going to add a piece of lace down the middle. So the butterflies are just really going to be peeking out from the lace. Just going to do that all the way down the middle, and I'm going to get some Fabrifix to lay that down. Of course, I wouldn't have a frog any other time, and right when I start a video is when I get the frog in my throat. So there is that laid down. I'm going to get my silicone spatula and lay that down, and then hopefully get it pretty straight. That looks fine to me. Okay, and I think it needs one more something, maybe right there. Let's do, I can use my punch and stamp a smaller butterfly in the middle. Now, like I said, if you don't like butterflies, it is totally fine. You can use whatever you would like. Okay, get that, and I think add a little bigger piece maybe. Oh yeah, I've got some drawing paper, tracing paper maybe. I don't want it to look too scrapbookish, but I do like that. I might crumple that a little bit, that drawing paper. Yep, that's cute. And then kind of just barely ink the edges of it and then ink the crumples. Yes, that is good. Yep. I like that. And then ink these edges there. That's going to go in the middle of that. And then let's get the little butterfly that I used over here on this one and put it in the walnut stain. Stamp that little butterfly right in the middle of that. Oh, that's cute. Love it. All right, so my Fabri-Tac is kind of taking over that circle, so I don't need much glue behind it. And then a little more Barely Art glue that I have in my wonderful Sugar Bell bottle. Those things are so easy to squeeze. I love them. And we have all of those in our, well, the 2 sizes that American Crafts offers in our shop, scrapbookingwithME.com, and that is linked in my description box below. That one's darling. I love that. And when the Fabrifix dries some, you're not going to get that shimmer in there, but I really like how that one turned out. This is not the journal that this one's going in. Like I said, I needed one that had a little bit shorter on height. But see, like if I were to put it on that page, that's pretty. I like that. Very pretty. All right, so let's do one more, and I will do it more like this, and I'll show you thread wise and crochet thread. A video I did a couple of days ago, could not think of what that thread was, and I crochet, y'all, and I just couldn't think of what the name of that was. It's I think it's 3-weight crochet thread. Anyway, I will show you how I did this. Now I won't have one of these applique pieces that's that big, I don't think. I've got one that I've cut a few rosettes out of, so I might can only do a couple. I could do a little cluster of these, couldn't I? All right, let's cut these apart. So there's 1, 2, 3, and let's just cluster those together on this next one that I do. And I think I will also make it smaller as far as height goes too, to go in this other journal. Now, if you were to do this and go, oh, I just do not like the finished result, you could always cut these up into 1-inch or 2-inch sections and use them just as clusters, ephemera clusters in your projects. So there are a couple of different ways to use these borders. You don't have to use them as is. Let's just go ahead and keep going with that craft. I like the base of that. Let's do about a 1 1/4 again. And let's trim it. I'm not too particular as far as that goes because it's going to get covered up. So let's do some strips like we did on this one. I like how that turned out with the strips of scraps there. That's really cute. I might use that little birdie at the top of this one. Some of you are like, yes, something other than a butterfly. She's using something other than a butterfly in this. Yay. Yeah, I like that at the top. Okay, so let's get some stuff together that will go with that. Let's do there and there. And I think turn it outward that way so that we get the torn edges on the outer side of that. What do you think? I like that. Let's go something non-industrial. That's pretty. That goes along, especially the brown sections of this. So let's kind of rip. This is a rather large piece of scrap I have. Usually my scraps are not this big. Okay, maybe something there. Let's do this little piece too. This is some thick cardstock. That's that 49 in Market, I believe. Cardstock that I had left over from a E-Club kit. Maybe that. I like the white in that. Pretty. Let's see. Let's do a few more strips of something. Here is some, oh yeah. Here's some coffee dyed paper. I might do this at the very back. Oh yeah, I like that. And then have the jagged edges of the other sticking out from there. Or do I want to do the jagged edges all the way around? Let's see. Oh yeah, I like the jagged edges all the way around. Okay, so walnut stain or coffee dyed paper. And I'm just going to go ahead and ink it all the way around. And that way, if I end up not covering up something, then it will be inked. Okay, let's see. Let's just ink our base if my glue decides to cooperate. And get that put up there. Scoochie these over. I want to kind of stay with that height, but I'm okay if it comes off a little bit because I will tear. Yep, I'm going to tear that, so I scoot it down just a touch. Let's scoochie this one down a little bit too. There we go. This one needs a little bit more glue here at the bottom. And then that's going to squish out on my very, very loved and scarred up table. I know, I agree. Okay, and then I still got this little piece that's got that pretty pink rose, blue and rose theme on it. I think I might add that there. And then I think I'm going to tear this one on this side. And then add it, so that's just peeking out there. I'm gonna inky that up just a little bit more. Tear this one and ink it. If y'all hear something in the background, Aaron J is doing his chores. And so he's banging and clanging around a little bit. Hey, as long as he's cleaning this house, bang and clang away, buddy. Because he knows that on the day that Mama gets together and tries to get all of her videoing done, I don't have time at the end of the day, end of this day anyway, to do all the cleaning. So he likes doing it, and he likes getting some money for doing it. I really love how that inked up. That's pretty. This has been in my stash for a long, long, long time. For a long, long time. There we go. And then I do like that up on the top of it, and then not covering up my rose, but Okay, let's do this one a little thinner, maybe. Let's see, it's got wording on it, so I need to go up and down, I guess, that the wording is on it. The side the wording's on. Okay. And then there. And let's get this sharp edge off. Okay. Ink that and glue. There. Yes. Oh, I know what he's doing now. He's putting up clothes. He has folded the clothes that come out of the dryer, and he is putting them away. Yay! Isn't that lovely? That's a great son right there. I'm just saying. I'm gonna just barely ink a little bit on that one. I'm gonna put that there to get rid of that little sharp edge I got going on with that ink dyed paper, and it still doesn't cover up totally my rose paper that I like so much. Now, here is where I'm thinking the little cluster. Ooh, I like that. It kind of looks like a little crown, and I'll smoosh them all up together so they're not too far sticking off of the border itself. Let's get these sharp edges off that come out a little too much and tear around the bottom of that one. And let's ink. I don't think I'm going to add butterflies to this one since we have a bird that is our focal point here. Let's see. There and there and there. Let's move him up some. Here and here and here. Pretty. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. Add our little butterfly. Look at me. I'm calling the bird a butterfly. Our little birdie. I think I'll add a couple of little focal points like I did here. Maybe there. That's pretty. That floral Tim Holtz stuff right there. And then get my Fabrifix. And put that first rosette on, and then really close to the other one, kind of jab it in there. Okay, and then the other one really close in there too. It's kind of smush, smush. I like that. I know somebody out there saying, oh, that's a hot mess. Oh, well. Oh, I like it. Okay, and then, like with this one, I put some crochet thread back behind it. And then you can just kind of roll it on your finger. Ooh, I like that. I like the circles. So kind of roll it on your finger, and you can even dirty this up too with some ink if you wanted to. And then get your fabric glue of choice. I'm going to put it right there behind that one, and I'm going to smoosh it in with my spatula, and I want that little tail to hang out, so do that. Smush in, and then a little bit of thread that I've already pulled off of the spool. I don't want too much on this one because I don't want it to overpower anything. And you just kind of wind around and then kind of loop over itself. And that gets you a little bit of a loopity-loop like we did here. Okay, and I'm going to get my sticky scissors and I'm going to trim off these little tails because I don't want the tails of thread. I like the tails of the white crochet thread, but this just looks like little hairs, so I'm going to manipulate it just a little bit. You just have to play with it and get your fingers all nice and gluey and get it to play nice. That's better. Cool. I like that a lot better. Okay, so that one is showing quite a bit, but I like that. And let's see, do I need to add, if I had some pearl bling around here. Okay, I got some more of that little lace that I had used on a couple of the other ones. And I'm going to just put 2 pieces and kind of have them hanging off the edges, layered up to give a little, to add a little bit more texture to this one. Okay, cute. I like that, and I think I don't like that tail because I've got circles. I think I'll just lop off that little tail and lop off this one. Yep, I like that. Maybe one other little piece of dictionary page if I've got any more over here. Okay, I've looked in my dictionary and found that I had not used the bird yet. That's cute. I like that. Let's add the bird word there below that little bird. Way too much glue, Melina. Okay, and then a little bit here where I put some, just layered up 2 little pieces of lace, and then a few little pearls to go in the middles of our rosettes. How about that? Now this one's layered up pretty good, but I think I can still, oh yeah. Now if that right there's not shabby chic, I don't know what is, y'all. Little pearl middles to our rosettes, our lace rosettes. I like that one. And it's just barely got a little bit of pink showing through on it. So there are my 2 shorter ones for a smaller journal, and then my 2 larger ones for regular half sheet journals. And if you like, this one would be the easiest to cut up if you wanted to make that like a little focal point and then use that as a cluster and that as a cluster. You could always cut them up if you wanted to. If you finish the border and then you were like, yeah, I don't really like how that looks, chop it up and use it as little clusters on other things. So that is my video today, or as Aaron Jonas used to call them, videos with a B. He used to call watching his videos on his TV videos. I added a little pearl to the middle of that one. Cute. So I want to see your shabby chic borders. I want to see your take on this. You can have things hanging off if you want. If you don't want them hanging off, you don't have to have them hanging off. It's totally up to you. This one's a little more plain. I don't have anything really hanging off of that one. But then this one, you know, has got all kinds of little things hanging off. And then this would be glued into your journal. You can also put them in with paper clips. So if you wanted to add like a little bit of writing paper on the back, you could, and use it like a little, I mean a tiny little one, but a little journal spot if you wanted to on the back too. If you wanted to just paper clip it in. So I'm going to get my desk cleaned up and go on to my next video, my next project. Thank y'all so much for visiting my channel today. If you're not a subscriber, please do so and give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it so much. Y'all have a blessed day. I will see you in the next video, and be sure to use the hashtag on this one, MScrapbusters. Y'all have a great day. Love ya lots. God bless. Bye, y'all.